Welcome back to the Retire As You Desire show. Today's episode is really going to teach you how to squeeze all of the juice out of retirement. Everyone plans to get ready for retirement. From a monetary standpoint of view, money is what allows us to actually retire. Even planning your estate is pretty common in retirement. But the thing is, we need to plan for an emotional retirement as well, a mindset for retirement. In other words, for all the things we need to plan for, we need to get ready psychologically too. Who knew we had to do that? Think about our mindset in retirement. There are over 10,000 Americans retiring every single day. This is going to continue for the next 10 to 15 years, depending on longevity. This baby boomer generation is strong and alive. They're a massive part of our current GDP and will be transferring trillions of dollars of wealth over the next 30 years. Retirees, what they love most is really having the privilege of planning and helping them, just with their confidence, and all had similar mindsets going into retirement. But the one thing that they don't realize is that life's not easy every single day. They go through different phases in retirement. And for today's show, I wanted to explain all 4 of these phases to you because they're so incredibly different. And this could really improve your chance to have a better retirement or improve your current retirement years if you've already entered into this phase of your wonderful life. And if you have, congratulations. That's my favorite thing to help people do. So approximately 1/3 of your life, or 30 years, could actually be spent in retirement. Did you ever stop to think about that? 30 years in retirement? During this phase, it's really interesting because really understanding how to get ahead of life and the hard parts before they happen, part of the key. It's not a perfect science, but it's a way to plan for a bigger and better future. So phase 1 of retirement is really the fun part. This is where I like to say every day is Saturday. Besides from saying retire as you desire, that's the lifestyle motto for what we do. But every day is a Saturday. That's what our clients live for. It's what Dr. Riley Moy says. He said that the first phase of retirement is the vacation phase. And this is where you toss that alarm clock in the trash. You don't have to beat traffic to make it to the office. And your boss isn't bothering you anymore. These are some of the main reasons why people actually stop working and baby boomers want to retire. They have an unhappy work-life balance, and this is the phase where you really get to let your hair down. That is, if you're lucky enough to have any left. But when I first started my career in 2008, something magical happened. This was, I think, one of the best things. I was very aware of a group of guys. They were all in their 50s, 60s, 70s. One of them was in his 80s, but they actually sat in the corner of our Starbucks. And I would go in there and get my coffee, spent money that I probably shouldn't have at the time because I still had student loans. They were there every single day. I have to go over there and talk to these guys. It was like, first of all, they're perfect target clients. Maybe I could work with them, but I wanted to figure out what they were talking about. What's their secrets? And every day they would sit there together, solve the world's problems. They would make fun of each other. They would joke around. These guys seemed like a family together. They seemed like they were part of this really wonderful community, and it was the Starbucks community. The one thing that I didn't realize is that this was part of their purpose. It was really part of their purpose. These guys would get together. They would hang out. They actually started to invite me, the young guy, to go to their houses and have celebrations with them, or when someone retired. It was really cool because the guys who are actually retired or just retired, I got to see phase 1 first and foremost with them. They were traveling, they were spending time with their families, and they have this brand new found freedom. It was amazing. They were able to golf when they wanted to, go to lunch when they wanted to, go to happy hour when they wanted to. They just simply felt free. I really thought that's what retirement was all about. And with me starting my career in 2008, a lot of people's fortunes were just kind of ruined if they did the wrong things with their money during the market downturn. One of my clients who was dealing with some health issues was able to get off of his medications because he retired. He started that every day is a Saturday phase, and it was just brilliant for him. His heart pressure went away, his stress went away. He was just living a completely different life. And his wife said to me, I don't know what you did, or I don't know what you said to him, but I've never seen him this happy in the past 40 years we've been together. It's pretty amazing. And when every day is a Saturday, it's a special one that bears amazing fruits. In phase 1, the problem with this is that it doesn't last forever. It just doesn't last forever. There's only so many vacations you can go on. There's only so many things you could do with your time. And you really don't understand what's going on at that point. Because when you go into phase 1, You just want to celebrate. You want to see everyone. You want to tell everyone that you're retired and just go out and be. You want to live, especially when you throw that alarm clock away. Something's happened. When you're not getting up and when you don't have that consistent schedule like you used to, things are a little bit different. Life is different. You really start to understand what's giving you energy and what's not giving you energy. That's really the big difference maker. Really, in Dr. Moyes' TED Talk, this was a fascinating thing to watch. He was telling me that he was able to wake up at 7 o'clock every morning and he had a walking group. So what he would do in the mornings, he would go for a walk, and then him and his other retiree friends would go and have a cinnamon bun and coffee. That was like their morning thing. But that was similar to the gentleman who I sat in the Starbucks with. Very similar purpose. I've walked into many different Panera Breads or Starbucks, and you see same things. You see groups of people together. But when you're in phase 1 in retirement, I really recommend people do the things you love. That comes first and foremost. Surround yourself with very happy people. Try and get rid of the negative people in your life because you're gonna set this foundation just for a great future. Thing with that is, it's not always easy, but when people are stressful and they don't belong in your life, probably time to move on from that. In phase 1, it's really a perfect opportunity to get clarity on your life. And as far as kids go and grandkids go, if you're blessed, if you're really blessed to have grandkids, I would really recommend spending time with them. We're gonna get into this later on in the show here as to why, because there's huge benefits for it. But right now, digging deep into the things that you love doing, you just have to start enjoying your life. If you always thought, I wanted to start golfing, go do it. Do those things that you've always dreamed of doing. You wanted to buy that classic car that you've always dreamed of, might be time to do that. Or if you always wanted to plant this huge garden and have this beautiful garden in your backyard, do that too. All of these things are gonna help your longevity, your happiness, but also phase 2 is a difficult time in retirement. It's a really hard time in retirement. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story of one of our clients that we've worked with. So phase 1 went really, really well. And after about 9 months, life became a little bit difficult. But what he did is he really dug deep and found the 5 to 6 things that he loved doing. But he really struggled for a little bit of time. And he said to me, if I would have set up my retirement the right way from the beginning, I don't think these things would have happened, and the phase 2 and phase 3 wouldn't have actually come to fruition. So that's why I'm sharing this with you today, to try and help you avoid some of the downfalls and the pitfalls that you may have in retirement. And these could be painful. These could affect your life, family's life, and there's a lot of moving parts here. So stay tuned for phase 2, and thank you so much for being here with us at the Retire as You Desire show.